All right, we're here with Coach Bobeck following Central Oklahoma's 63-0 win over Lincoln in MIAA football at Walton Stadium. Coach, why don't you start with an opening statement about tonight's match?
It's good to play a full game. I think our kids were ready to play. We didn't. There were some things in the first half that we weren't real happy with in the first quarter, in particular, with time of possession and things like that. But overall, I was really proud of our kids. We played a lot of bodies tonight too, and a lot of those a lot of those guys that went in and played pretty well, made plays and showed up. We'll see what it looks like on video tomorrow, but I was really happy with it.
You got your first shutout of the season. What'd you like out of your defensive unit?
Probably the biggest thing that I liked is turnovers. We created some turnovers, got some balls on the ground. Obviously the Marlo Hughes interception in the second quarter was huge. But being able to create turnovers is a big deal. I didn't like the way we played in the first quarter. We were on the field far too much, and when you've got an offense as explosive as what ours is, we need to get people off the field quicker. Now the other side of it is you turn the ball over on the offensive side of the ball on possession number 2, and then you go 3 and out on possession number 3, and then you're almost perfect in the rest of the way. You have one punt the rest of the way, but so little things like that, are the things that we want to be better at. You got to get people off the field. The more 3 and outs you get, the more possessions you get. We've not won a game. We've not won the time of possession in any game yet this year. We're in 3 football games now. We're scoring fast. We're explosive. We've got some kids that can do some good things with the ball, but we need to get more possessions.
Yeah, 9 touchdowns today. What goes through your mind when you ask that?
Well, I think we kind of wore them down a little bit, and that was the reason for some of the tempo stuff early, and a lot of the lateral moving football plays, the plays that really stretched to the boundary. We knew that there wasn't a lot of depth over there, and we just wanted to wear them out a little bit early on, and that was part of the game plan. And kids did a pretty good job with it, and then had some young guys come in there and really play pretty well.
Special teams did a good job today. They blocked the punt, they downed the punt inside the 5. They stopped the fake field goal. What can you say about that unit's performance?
Yeah, just a sign of the football. Guys are doing what they were supposed to do. I thought the punter really kicked the ball well. He had 2 punts and he lit both of them up. He was good tonight. So I was proud of that. And then obviously being able to get a punt blocked and give you a possession. Where you've got about 2 minutes left in the first half, you get another possession inside the 20, and you're able to punch it in a couple plays. I thought that was really big.
Keats was 17 of 20 with 3 touchdowns. What did you like about his performance today?
Just being efficient. That's what Keats is. He's efficient. The ball doesn't come out the way that we want it to all the time, but Keats knows where to go with the ball. He's smart. He gets everybody in the right place. That's the thing he and Chandler both do. Both of those kids do a really good job of getting everybody managing the football game. And when you have explosive players like we do, that's really all you have to do, and the explosives take care of themselves.
You had 2 running backs coming late, Seymour Daniels and Tucker Pauly. What did you? Seymour Daniels seemed to run really hard. What did you like about their performances?
Sabor's a great kid. Both those kids are great kids. They both work really hard in practice. Sabor didn't get to travel last week because he had a little bit of swelling in his knee, so we didn't travel him last week. So he's a kid that's gotten regular carries. He's our leading rusher coming back from last year. So he's a great kid, and he works hard. He's on every special team. He earns his carries. There's no question about that. And then same thing with Tucker Pauly, young kid. Second year in the program. Those were his first true game reps, and those kids went and played hard. They did a good job.
Dylan Buckheit, the freshman from Moore, he had a couple of good special teams tackles. What about him do you like?
Yeah. He was one of the first kids. We have a buddy program within our program, in fall camp. He was one of the first kids that was, they're assigned to an older player, and then O'Shea Harris was the guy that he was assigned to, and essentially that's a mentoring program. And he was one of the first kids that had the stripe taken off of his helmet. he's a kid that we really liked what he did coming out of high school. I mean, he played every position in high school. He was a quarterback. He played running back. He played defensive back. He played wide receiver. He did a lot of different things coming out of high school, and that's really what we liked about him. And he's just continued it here. He's competitive. I think that's the thing that kids have to understand when they come into a college program is when you're playing. Some of these kids are 22, 23 years old, and you're coming out of high school at 18, 19 years old. You better compete. Because you're not as physically strong as what they are, and they've been in the program. And he true freshman. He played tonight. T-Row Roberts, true freshman, played tonight. Lane Grantham, true freshman, has been playing. Got a lot of reps tonight. All those kids are going to be really good players.
You mentioned a couple of names. Was there any just off the top of your head that really stood out to you?
Dylan was one. I mean, not just seeing him play, even playing in the secondary, he did a really good job. So, until you see the video, you really don't know. But you just saw football plays that Buckeye was making.
Finally, what do you want to see from your team moving forward?
And just getting better. I mean, and I think that's what we've done. I mean, we got better from week one into week two, and I think we were better this week than we were last week. And hopefully we can continue on that trend. And obviously we've got a tough football game coming up, and we go on the road, and so it'll be a lot of fun. I know our kids are looking forward to the challenge, and it'll be good. It'll be a good football game.
Is there an update on your quarterback, Will?
He just got dinged up a little bit in that last game. It was a doctor's decision, not ours.
Okay, Central Oklahoma 63, Lincoln 0. That's final from Watland Stadium. UCO traveling to Maryville, Missouri, takes on Northwest Missouri in Week 4. That game, the NCAA Division II Showcase Game of the Week. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.